Smith, aka Lady D, with some afternoon thoughts for you. Now, this camera is not saying that I'm tilted the wrong way. So, if you guys see me tilted the wrong way, let me know. So I won't do the whole video upside down like before, okay? What's going on, my peoples? Man, I'm telling you, this has been an out of control day. It's just been an out of control day with everything, with thoughts, with situations going viral, videos, all of this stuff. I don't even know where to start. My day, well, it started off kind of cray cray, but it's balancing somewhat. It's been really, really busy. We've been short staffed and it's been a little overwhelming. But I've gotten through it. This is my woosah time. This is when I reach out to my grown folks. I'm a little later because I took a later break, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm here for you. So usually look for me between 12 and 12:45 ish. That's usually about what time I'll try to chime on here for a minute. But I'm gonna tell you guys, if you allow things to get your mind all miscombobulated on a negative path, you are going to have a very bad day. If it starts off crazy and you allow that to manifest and stay with you, I had issues on the commuting, okay? Folks were pissing me off early this morning. I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to let them, I'm not going to let it take me there. But I know all of you are in the wind of the Oscars, and I'm not going to talk much on this because I'm still trying to get myself to grips about all of that. But the Oscars and Will Smith and Chris Rock and the slap and the comment made about Jada, which I personally don't think Chris meant anything seriously personal about it. I think it was just comedy. I think it was just making a comment, being funny. I don't think he really knows the struggle that she's having with the alopecia and things of that nature. I don't feel he would have went there. Not Chris Rock. Chris Rock, humble spirit, funny little man. I mean, I just I don't see him just intentionally wanting to crush like that. But now, the character of both of them at the level that they are, I see Chris, he handled it without retaliating in the moment. As far as I've heard, he's not going to press charges, he's not going to retaliate. However, it did publicly make him look a certain kind of way. He feels bad. He feels that he did something wrong with what he said, and he apologized. Will Smith, I didn't expect that out of character move from him, but that goes to show you we all have our moments of going through things. You never know what people are going through. It may not have even been the total root of the comment itself that took him there. That probably just helped ignite on top of everything else he's dealing with. But we've got to be the bigger person. And I believe Denzel had mentioned, about, the devil coming in and wanting to put you in a mindset and make you react and act in certain ways when you elevate to a certain status. And I just think, me personally, that situation could have been handled differently. Perhaps even after the event, pulling him to the side, letting him know that, hey, don't go there no more. Those kind of jokes, any kind of jokes about me and mine, boom boom boom, it should have been handled more on a more tasteful level. And I do believe that Will feels terribly bad about the way that he was put in a situation to step out of character. He did win an Oscar. I hope that it doesn't affect that incident does not affect him winning the Oscar, where they try to take it back, recall it, whatever the situation. I've never really, in my duration of lifetime, seen anything occur such as this. And after a person has received an Oscar, um, I don't think they should mess with that man's Oscar. Outside of what he's going through and things he's dealing with, he deserved that Oscar. He deserved it. So leave that alone. But I don't know what the consequences shall be, if any, for going up on stage and actually flat handing slapping. People are calling it everything: pimp slapping, hoe slapping, whatever type of slapping. But it just, man to man, that just shouldn't have never went down, or woman to woman, or whatever. It could have really escalated if Chris Rock had have been an individual that maybe reacted. Sometimes you react from being stunned and attacked that way, and they could have been up there really thumping. It could have been ugly. It could have been real ugly. So prayers to both of them. I'm not gonna keep going beating a dead horse over the hill, but over the head. But my prayers to Will and to Chris, and hopefully they can come together, and there'll be some kind of balance and forgiveness. And good afternoon, Dexter. And I hope that something such as this never occur again on national TV in front of thousands and thousands of people. Um, in that regard, it just wasn't a good look. It was a loss of self-control, unprofessional, and a bad look. So anyway, moving right along, you guys. Man, let me see what's going on. Uh, have you ever worked with somebody that just irritated your soul? I know we all have been in situations where we have worked with somebody and did some kind of business with them that they just irritate you, and you have got to work with that person to get through the day. Um, Man, how do you deal with that? You don't want to flash on them, you don't want to come at them crazy, but their whole work ethics is just totally different from yours, and it's irritating. Sometimes you find yourself carrying more of the weight. Sometimes that you find yourself carrying all the weight, and it just becomes an irritating situation. Now, I know that in certain situations you should take it to management and let them deal with it, but a lot of people don't like to get all involved in that because that creates another type of issue. And, it can cause some major funk. But when you get to the point of really having to um, run and tell on somebody, is usually because you really are fed up. You've tried everything. You may even have tried to approach the person, which is not always a good thing, because that can cause retaliation and it can blow up. So the best thing is to go and take it to your superior and step away, woosah, breathe, pray, what you do, and go back and finish your day. Focus on you, because at the end of the day, management's job is to watch, observe, and react. So they see it. They're watching. They know who's doing what and who's not, and who's standing out and who's not. And believe me, they're watching that stuff. So just keep doing you. You can't twist and bend somebody. And some people got this thing: the more you come at them about what they not doing, they gonna continue to do it because they know it bothers you. So don't even go there. Just keep smiling, just keep doing your thing, and don't even trip. You know what I'm saying? You just do you. Boy, I had to get that one off my chest. I ain't lying. And so, on the tip of, I always have to go there with a relationship thing. You know what I'm saying? This relationship thing. You know, You guys, I think I talked about this before. What is it that they do nowadays to make it clear that you're now in a relationship with someone? What do you ask them? Do they still come out and say, "Will you be my girlfriend? Will you be my boyfriend?" I mean, what is it? How do you know? Because I've had a few people come to me that was like telling me situations they was going through stuff in a relationship with somebody that they had been with for a while, and I'm talking about 2 years or more. And and then I asked, well, are you guys in a relationship? Are you together? And they had to think for a minute. And one person said, well, I don't know. I said, you don't know? They said, I don't know. I mean, I think we in a relationship. We act like we in a relationship, but they ain't never asked me to be in a relationship, and I ain't never asked them. Now I ain't heard about women asking men to be in relationships with them, but maybe they do nowadays. You know, everything has changed. So maybe women, I mean, women are asking men to marry them. So I don't know why they ain't asking them to be in a relationship. But anyway, um, when you have to think and second guess and wonder and ponder on if you are in a relationship with somebody, you probably not. You probably not. It's probably just a thing where you have what's the new term now? Um, situationship. Okay, you have a situationship with somebody, and there is emotions and ties to that person, and perhaps the clap, clap, clap thing too. All that's all in there, stirred up in a big pot, stewing. You have that, but you don't have the commitment of being with someone in a committed relationship. I for the life of me don't get that. How can you deal with somebody for 2+ years that you clapping with, that you are emotionally connected with, that you do things with, spend time with, all this, but then at the end of the day, one or both of you guys are gonna say, "But we not in a committed relationship." It's either open, and now that's another topic, but those open relationships where it's okay if you do you, it's okay if I do me, and it's okay if we do each other when we want to. So that means that that person can't get mad at what you do and you can't get mad at what they do. But come on, really, if you have emotions tied into somebody, especially if you don't start off open, perhaps you develop the openness down the road, say after so many years of being together, and you decide that you've outgrown each other somewhat, but you still are emotionally tied and connected, and need to stay with each other for whatever reasons, and then you decide, well, let's do this open thing. hmm that's kind of hard to switch gears. That's like somebody you've been sleeping with, you know that's just another topic too. Somebody you've been sleeping with for a couple of years, y'all been having great clap, 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 great clap, clap, but uh, you haven't really committed in a relationship, and then all of a sudden this person decides they don't want to clap, clap with you no more, but they still want to be cool with you, but for whatever reason they decided they don't want to clap no more, and you didn't got clapped on for 2+ years by them. But like they say, you can't miss what you ain't never had. So if you didn't had it, and it was good, you gonna miss it, right? You gonna miss what you had because you've had it. If it was good, now if it was all bad, boy, bye, girl, bye, next. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so when you're in those open things, you wide open to do what you want, and it's no commitment like that anymore, and you both have respected each other's ground and situation, and in that case there's no relationship status. I don't see how people can be wide open though and be with each other. I mean, it's a personal thing. I'm not knocking anybody that's doing that, but I know when I have mine, that's mine. That's mine. I don't want to share. I don't want to share you with nobody because I'm not going to share me with nobody, in doing that to you. This is yours. So if I expect a certain thing, I got to give a certain thing, right? Now, if I want to remain open, I don't need to be in a relationship, period. We just need to be on friend status. And then if we decide as two grown folks to do the clap or whatever, then that's what we both decide. But see, the problem and the issue comes when one person wants something different and the other person don't. I mean, you want something different. You know what I'm saying? You're not coming together wanting the same things. Now, it's different when you first get together and you both decide, sit at the round table, you sit down and have the Godfather talk, and you decide that, okay, we want to do it like this, and we going to do it like that. You down, you down, you down, and you end up coming to a common ground agreement, and you guys make it work, right? That's one thing when you start off like that. Then there's an understanding from the gate. But all this switcheroo in the in the middle and all that, that stuff is crazy. And then another thought. What about those who are married and they decide that they want to add some spice to their situation in the bedroom and things like that? So what they do is they both decide that they want to bring another in the bedroom, thinking that that's going to spruce it up. It's going to spruce it up, all right. But anyway, they want to bring another into the bedroom, and they may agree upon it being somebody that they already know, that they thinking that would be into doing that, or some would prefer it to be someone they don't know. I don't know how you solicited that. Do you just walk down the street with a sign looking for someone to sleep with me and my wife? Looking for a stud to come in the bedroom with me and my husband. I mean, how do you really, do you put an ad in the paper? Do you go online and pick out different folks? Do you go on fling.com? I mean, what do you actually do to get these people to be a part of that? But you see these couples and they decide that as a couple, maybe one person had the idea first and the other one was like, but they are married for life, supposedly, and they are in it to win it, and they are out there to um, I would say, appease and accommodate the needs of their spouse. So their spouse comes to them and they have this little fantasy thing about wanting another person in the bedroom, and you decide to go on with it. The only thing about that is men are really, really reluctant to go there with bringing another man in. A lot of times he doesn't want to be bothered with that because that's too close to comfort, and they feel like the man's body parts all next to them and all that and sweaty and all that. They not doing it. But to bring another woman, they open for it. Yeah, you can ask your girlfriend, such and such a Tanya Wanye, whatever her name is, Sue's better or whatever. You can ask them, and shoot, they look like they like to have fun. Yeah, that's all right, baby. They look good too. Mm. Okay, so you know, some feel more comfortable asking a friend, someone they already know, and some is okay with going out, and using protection, but going out to get someone. But at the end of the day, it's your marriage and your bedroom is undefiled, and you and your mate should do what you do and what you want to do to please one another. But there's some who just are really, really strong about wanting to have that other individual. I remember some years ago, I had somebody actually ask me to be a part of their situation with their wife. And they had, I was like, what? I was going to school back then, and I think I might have been in my 20s, late 20s, something like that. And they wanted to have me be a part of that if I was interested, because they were very attracted to me. And then they wanted me to sit down and meet with the wife, and we all talk and get acquainted. The wife had seen pictures of me and stuff like that, but she had never met me in person. And I'm like, really? It was going to be like an interview process, like a talking about what it is that they want, get a good feel of me and my demeanor, see if there was any connection, any vibes, and then they were going to both collectively decide if I would be a good candidate for what they were looking for. He already said I was the perfect candidate, and he said that she feels as though I am too, but they wanted to sit there and do the actual interview process with me. And I was like, oh my God, where they do this at? Do they really do this? I guess they do. So I don't know what they do now, because that was some years ago. But I'm like, okay, it was something that I didn't get involved with, but it was just so interesting to see that they were both on the same accord on wanting to do that. And pretty much I was a stranger. I wasn't a friend. I was somebody that he knew and saw at school, and he was attracted. I had never met her. So I was going to be this new person that they just had the attraction for in their situation. I Me personally, I just rather it be me and my boo and not you too. You see what I'm saying? I that's just me personally. So those who do want to get involved with it more deeper and have somebody else oh fuck, man, yay. If that's what floats your boat, float it. I just don't understand why people want to go there. There's so many other things and ways to enhance your experience with your mate, in the bedroom, that does not involve bringing a whole nother body, a whole nother person. Because a lot of times what happens is that person that you bring in, it can either be extremely good to them and they'll want more, or it's going to be extremely good to one or the other that was a part of this, and they're going to want more. And then you're going to have a situation. And there are some who have even lost their wives to another woman because they went there. And it was his idea, and what could he do? Couldn't do nothing. So, it's a situation that's really, really tricky. Um, I don't think people totally think outside the box. They think of it being a one time thing. Let's just fulfill this fantasy. And I'm telling you, if clap clap and the connection and the energy is good, it ain't gonna be no one time. Somebody gonna want it again. Cause we as humans love feeling good. We wanna feel good. And you need to put that energy and that focus into feeling good with who you with. Okay? But my hat's off to the open relationships out there. I mean, it may work for some. If you're emotionally connected to somebody and you want to get down in a way that you still keep that connection, but you connect with others. I mean, that's a win-win type of situation if you ask me. Just think about it. You tell your partner you with, hey, I got this date Saturday night, and I'm gonna be coming back late, or I may not come back at all, but I'm gonna go out with somebody, that I'm kind of digging. They digging me. I'm gonna see what it do. Hugs and kisses. See you tomorrow. And your partner sitting up there like, okay, really? All right, well, have a good. Had a good time. You know, it's just like that movie. Remember that movie with Robert Redford and uh, oh, what's her name? Demi Moore, I think. You know, the one with the $1 million proposal and how the husband, excuse me, the husband at first was all down for it because they needed the money. He had a gambling issue, lost a lot of the money. Their house was on the line, all kinds of devastation. And him and his wife came into agreement of letting this man have her for one night for $1 million. And they battled with it, whatever, whatever. And then they both collectively came up with the okay and approval to do it. And I mean, he even tried to stop the plane when they was taking off because he had this anxiety about him that said, "Oh no, I can't do this." He tried to stop, but then she was already in the air and gone, and that changed their lives totally, totally. He couldn't get a grip after that. I don't think she really could either because she was swept off her feet so deep that as soon as she started having problems with her dude, her husband, that's who she ended up being with for a little bit. So you can just run into all kinds of situations doing something crazy like that and thinking that you have control and you both are in it to win it and it's gonna be okay. I'll let somebody else have you for a minute or the night or whatever, the week or whatever it is. But you gonna come on back home to Papa. You gonna come home to Mama, and we gonna get past this. Well, come on now. If you're emotionally tied up into somebody and you love them, you selfishly do not want to share them. That's why when you have a mistress, or what do you call a mistress? Is the woman that's on the outside. What do you call the man? I don't know what you call the man. Is he? He's not a mistress. He's something. Help me out, somebody. If you figure that out in the chat, help me out. She's the mistress, and he's the I don't know whatever he is, but he's the he. Okay, and you got them on the outside and everything of the situation, right? And they that other person waiting on you to leave whatever you got going on, and emotionally they get caught up with you, and they can't stand or deal with the fact you got to go home to somebody else. And then that's when the issues start because they want you to themselves, and that's where the problems start. And then a lot of times when they finally get you to themselves after you leave who you with, that's what they don't even want you no more. The thrill and the chase is gone. And then they get to tripping on, oh, they did that to them. Like, they may do that to me. I'm good. I'm good. I ain't gonna let them in like that. And then you got a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, you guys, without this whole, I switch and change hats and switch conversations, but just stay with me. Um, when you put yourself in a situation like this, to be on the other side of the fence. You see what I'm saying? To include others in your bedroom outside of you and your mate. You open your doors up for a whole lot of other disastrous things to possibly happen. And that does not dismiss the fact that there could be diseases that could be swapped. There could be unwanted pregnancy that can be the result. People can tell you all day long they taking birth control, they tubes tied, burnt, severed, all kinds of stuff. Taking birth control, you can have a condom on and it busts. Condoms do break, they do. So, um, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. But these afternoon thoughts are awesome. When you sit and you just let your mind as a grown folk just open and wander and think about certain scenarios in life, it becomes a good thing because you're able to share that knowledge and story with someone else, which usually helps another, because some people are going through things that They don't think nobody else even have a clue. They don't even think nobody else is on that wavelength or having them kind of problems. But guess what? If you're having a situation, somebody else is having one too, and even greater. So don't never think your situation is something that's just off the map, because it's not. It's not. It's people out here worrying about a whole lot of, that's what I thought about today when I was driving to work, fussing and cussing about people driving too slow and you gonna make me late and this commute is getting on my nerves and all that. But guess what? I was driving in my car. I was able to get up this morning out of my bed and take another breath, get dressed, get ready, get in my car. I didn't have to worry about public transportation. I didn't have to worry about calling Lyft. I didn't have to worry about things that some people that don't even have cars got to be stressed out about. How am I going to get to work? I didn't have to worry about that. I was in my car. Guess what? My car started up this morning. I didn't have it making all these noises and not, my tires are great tires. They rolled me on down the road. So whether I was going 10 miles an hour or 50 miles an hour, I was still rolling. So you have to find a way to look at the things to be thankful for. Thank the Lord I was able to make it to work. I was able to park. I was able to get out and do what I had to do, get in there and get started with my day. And then the cycle repeated. So, you just have to zone in on the positivity of things and just be thankful for your ability to bring in some good vibes. And Dexter, I hope that your day is great and wonderful. Good afternoon to you. It's wonderful seeing you here today with the afternoon thoughts with Donna Smith, aka Lady D. I want you guys to stay tuned. I have been in the studio working on some new poetry and music, so expect this year for sure. I'm hoping by the summer, but it's coming so fast. And I have to write this and we got to get it recorded, but we're working on it. And there also will be a single coming out before that, but I also have a full CD that'll be coming out after that. So I'm working on some things. So you guys stay tuned and be ready to be entertained in a grown folk kind of way. And for those of you who do not have my book on Amazon, they have my book Seduction of the Hidden Diva by Donna Smith. Get you a copy. Get you a copy. And tell a friend. And if you would like a personalized signed hard copy from me, inbox me on my email dgrier12000 at yahoo.com. I'll make sure that I get you a signed copy of the book, and we'll talk about the specifics of how we'll do that. And on cdbaby.com, and also Google me, check me out, Lady D. I have music and poetry under, and Donna Smith as well. So look me up, check me out. You'll like the sultry sound of what I do and the entertainment of it all. I tell you, I was talking to someone the other day. I have on the last CD I did called Come and Get It, there's a track called Can I Get Your Number Though? Y'all need to check that out. That is such a hot little sexy little poetry and music track. It will really it'll take you there. The beat is funky, the words is fly, and this is what I do. But I want to tell you guys, have a great day. I gotta get back, okay, and finish up this day. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care. Bye.